Okay, why can't I see your guys' things though?
I don't have my camera on at the moment.
Oh, Soph, do you?
No. I have to try.
Okay, well that's why I'm alone in this world.
I'm sorry, I need to
Sad
use
and
my good
lonely.
mic, and I should
Sad
really
and
get...
alone and lonely. Look what you guys
I'll-
have made me.
I'll get a webcam soon. I know I keep saying I am, but I don't like spending money. I will though in a second, or next session. Here.
Sometimes I want to get the headphones with the thing on the side, but then I feel like I would just be so nerdy.
I have those.
It would be so fun.
Everybody's. I mean, a lot of my friends have them, but we're all nerds, so that's also why. They're very useful. I want to get. I had a pair like that, but they broke, so I gotta get a new one. Oh, that reminds me, real quick. We'll start in a second here because I wanted to do some stuff with Eb before. Anyway, we did other things since you. We did the Cameron and Braden session. But we are going to talk to a commission artist to potentially get like a big group photo poster or whatever with the main cast, which would be you three. Would you be interested in that? It can get kind of expensive, but it would be nice to get everybody in one.
How expensive is expensive?
Like maybe a few $100s together. So we might be anywhere from like 50 to 100 per person, depending on what we do. I have to talk to the person to get an estimate, but it's just we don't have to do anything now. I still have to get the estimate, but just wondering if you would be interested.
I mean, yeah, I'm interested.
Again, of course, yeah, depending on price and whatnot. Up, and there we have our two guests.
Where's the camera off?
I'll turn on in a second.
I'm alone.
There's Max.
Thank you.
Thank you, Max.
Max, I have been alone in hell for like an hour.
For like 2 minutes. Calm down.
It was lonely.
I was gonna say, Brandon, why are you in the dark?
I wrote a 3,000-word research proposal, and today I was told to cut it down to 1,000 words.
Wait, how many words did you start off with?
Why would you write so many words?
There wasn't project guidelines, so I went really in detail, and I sourced like 15 papers, and then they said no, 1,000 words.
Oh my god.
Wow, they're lost.
Yeah, they're lost.
Those 2,000 words were probably very informative.
That's horrible.
I'm sure they absolutely were, and I apologize to all the academics who have felt that. Dumb guidelines. But we'll get started here in a moment since people have limited time. We have a few things to get through. I wanted to ask real quick before we begin with the Ebb stuff. Reese, have you been able to listen to any of the other episodes at all? If not, that's totally fine. I just want to be aware of how much you know.
As of last week, I was up to date. Did anything go up recently?
There was the Bottles on the Hill episode, and then there was the...
Yeah.
I don't think we put anything new since last week, so I think you should be good. But it's fine. If not, I think you've got a good amount of stuff.
There was.
Oh shoot! That reminds me. Did you send Cameron or me last week's thing?
There was one sent out 2 days ago.
Perfect.
Yeah, we should be all good.
There you go.
Also downloaded
birthday
again.
One was posted.
Birthday one was posted. Okay. I'll download that.
Yeah,
one
I've
anyway.
listened.
Okay, cool. So you know about the other dream stuff. You know about the Bottles on the Hill. You've been kind of up to date. We'll start with Reese. You're gonna start with we kind of got back to New Xanter. Everybody had kind of gone off and done their own thing with Xyn went to the Grand Patriarch and the cathedral. Atham went to visit a fellow scholar, which, from context clues, that was Jens. And Cyril went with Xyn as well, of course. So when all of this is quiet, I mean, Atham invited you to come along, but since you had to leave early last time, we just assumed that Eb would do her decision in retro. So do you think you would have followed him, or do you think you would have stayed by yourself in the city, maybe?
Wait, what's going on?
We got to the city, the big city, got New Xanter,
Mhm.
after being out for a while. You left to go investigate the tunnels, and then you haven't been back since. This is the city you were in before, if you remember. Everybody kind of went off and did their own thing. Xyn and Atham. It's okay. You don't have to. It's not a big decision. Just Xyn and Atham both had people to meet, but you hadn't at the moment. So I'm kind of curious. Do you think Atham invited you to come along with him if you wanted to go to visit Jens? But you weren't there, so we just assumed that you would. We would decide later. So do you think Eb would have gone with Atham to go visit the library? Or do you think she would have wanted some time to herself?
Can I do a check for tracking to see if Eb can figure out that they left and where they're going? To see what she does?
Yeah, he can do that.
I feel like that's more in character. Okay, what is this? Survival? I have a 0, it doesn't matter. 15.
Okay, yeah, you were able to know.
Oh, or should I do perception? I do
Whatever you think
perception?
would be best, if you like.
Oh, yes. Let me do math in my head real quick.
You can do that? That's crazy.
23.
All right. Wow, that is crazy. What is that?
Thing is
That's
sprinkles.
sprinkles?
Yeah, my girlfriend got it.
A huge ass tub of sprinkles. Okay. Yeah, you are able to follow behind if you would like of either party.
Hello there.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
You have not missed anything. We're all good. We're doing
Wait.
Eb's
Yeah,
alone time.
everyone. This was a half an hour late.
It's no. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody had different timing getting on.
We had
Don't.
different times, and
Yeah.
so AK, we're all here at the same time.
Yeah, we're all fine. So
Sweet.
Okay, I follow Atham.
you follow Atham, okay. So you follow Atham, and you can see that he has a little meeting in the library. You're able to track him to one of the grand libraries of New Xanter, which is for the College of Anthropology, of the 13 colleges of New Xanter University, NZU, as the kids call it. And with that, I don't know if do you want to continue to spy on him, or do you want to go inside? Do you want to try and stay outside? Do you want to go off and do your own thing? You can see that he's gone into the area where a lot of the scholars are, and he doesn't seem to be hiding it exactly or anything like that, but that's about it.
Cool. I assume you guys were having a chat, or did this just happen last episode? Were you guys having a chat?
We ended with them
happened.
having a chat, yeah. But it's okay. Just I'll help fill you in
Is
on however.
chat over? Or
There's
do
still
you need to
going on
write
when we
Eb
left
into the
it off.
story for something that's happening?
We could do either. If you'd like Eb to they were still kind of having it when we left off last time, or you could go off and do your own thing. It's totally up to you.
I feel like Eb's just in the library. I want Soph to do stuff because I showed up late.
It's okay.
There you go.
You
You can do your Eb stuff.
Yeah, no, we haven't had a chance, and I want to spend time with Eb. So we'll see you go off on the library a little bit while they start getting settled in. I do want to ask you actually specifically, speaking of all of this, you kind of have this feeling of, isolation for a second here, where Xyn has his meeting with the church, Atham has his scholars and whatnot. So I want to know, in Eb's mind, when there's nothing to kind of distract and there's no more noise and whatnot, what do you think goes through her mind when she's alone? Because it's probably been the first time she's been like truly alone with nobody else to look after her for a long time.
First off, I need to point out that Soph just ate straight out of the giant tub. of
Yes, we all
pickles.
saw that she's drinking
Yeah,
this tub
I
of
just wanted to
sprinkles.
make sure everyone saw that.
There's
Now-
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I wanted to point it out. It happened.
Yes,
Did
it's
happen.
recorded
That
for
is-
the record.
Yeah, exactly. I needed it for posterity. And Eb is I think beginning to realize that she actually really likes the gang. She cares about the gang. She's alone, but she doesn't like being alone anymore. So she's no longer a loner. Eb was never a loner.
Do you ever think that after this realization that she realizes that she never really liked being alone?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. Dang, Eb's like down in the dumps. Eb's sad. This is mind bending. This is world shattering.
Do you think so? Then with that, there's a poster board at one of the front entrances or like kind of desk areas for the library. With a librarian nearby, but on it, you can see that there's a new round of wanted posters.
Well, I look, but I try not to be conspicuous. But like I'm mopey.
The inscriptions on there are the usual that you would see, wanted for arson, Blacktooth wanted for robbery, um, Overfiend wanted for demonic summonings, things like that, usual fare. And smack dab in the middle is a young girl with short hair and now an updated version, although still very poorly drawn, kind of depiction of a girl with green skin, a red patch. Although now I will say that you've noticed that your patch has turned into a
Oh my
kind
god,
of
it's yellow.
I was going to say yellowish green, yeah, because of the Bee Gods contract.
Yeah, I'm gonna write a haiku for the bee god, but I haven't figured it out yet. So
So let me put that in quote of the day, please. And with short horns, short hair, a kind of disenchanted look on the face, and you see that the bounty has massively increased. It is now 50,000 gold, and it has changed from dead or alive to just alive.
I'm gonna sleight of hand steal this poster because it's dope and it's going up on my wall.
Okay, give me a roll
What?
for sleight of hand.
Eb is no longer depressed. 24.
Just a
Yeah,
question.
you were able to do this without anyone noticing. It is a very quiet night. People are studying late for their exams in the morning, and yada yada, as you should all relate to, I'm sure.
I
What?
would like to also magic use my ring to change my
Into like a
appearance.
scholar outfit.
Yeah, I want like a tweed jacket and I'm wearing like khaki pants with a like a beige shirt and I'm wearing brown suspenders and I have one of those little bowler caps and it's done jauntily and I'm wearing round golden spectacles.
Mhm.
And I have one of those leather satchel bags and that's where all my stuff is, but I look scholarly and I have a bow tie. Oh my god, that's the best part.
Okay, I gotcha. So
I
we've
look
got
so put together.
Professor
And I
Ebb.
hold a book, but it's upside down.
It's upside down. We got Professor Ebb in the house. Yes, what were you asking, Soph?
I was wondering what wall I was going to put it up on.
I'll find a wall.
Fair. That's fair. I was just wondering what wall was her wall. I didn't know if she had like a wall
I'll
that she
make
was like
a
in her
home some
coat
days.
pocket.
And Eb was imagining a
Fine.
home, a happy family.
Oh.
So that kind of brings it to you. You think about your home and a potential home. You kind of were just in a home that was shattered. It seemed like an old abandoned place. Not the one not yours specifically, but the one you guys were staying at last session, if you remember, the place you slept in.
I can't.
And that kind of reminds me. You've noticed that Eb or Xyn and Atham have gotten a bit. They've had moments together recently. You know, they've been able to. You've noticed that they've been able to talk about stuff for once. Which do you think that Eb feels anything about that? Jealousy, happiness, anger, um, excitement, hope.
My first thought is Eb doesn't like it. They're up to something.
Some of the paranoia coming in then.
They're scheming. It might be a prank, but it might be a bad prank.
So Eb, I guess, has this quick feeling of paranoia, and we could say that. Tell you what, you run into somebody while you're doing it, and they drop all their books, and you can see that it is a elderly-looking professor character. Of some renown looking, similar, almost identical outfit to yourself. He goes, "Ah, well, and he goes to pick up all the books, and you can see that he has a little name tag that says Albius, Professor of Psychology.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I do apologize. And I bend down to help him pick up his books.
It's all right. It's all right. I can see by your uniform and fellow leather satchel that you are also a person of the book. I understand you're in a hurry as well, so I forgive you by all means. I don't know if I've seen your department around here. Are you one of the new anthropology professors that we've brought in recently?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. I've been meaning to meet with all of you. I know the administration wanted us all to get together at some point. So would you like to just knock out a quick meeting right now? I'm writing a thesis that I would like you to take a look at.
I dare say that's appropriate. I can make time. Eb gestures to her book that is upside down.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Professor. I am Albius. And your name?
Sir.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Sir.
Sir?
Sir.
Oh, just sir. Just
Sir.
sir.
Doctor, sir.
Yes. Doctor Sir, sir.
Doctor, sir. Ah,
It's a
interesting.
long family name.
It sounds sepulchral swampish, if I can say. Maybe you have some ancestry there. Let's go into my office then, please, sir. Doctor, sir. My bad.
Doctor,
Doctor,
yes.
I apologize. Doctorate and a non-tenured professor. You are brave. He's going to lead you into the office. A floating candle on one of those little dishes that, I guess, candle holder dishes, whatever they're supposed to be called, floats in before him, and kind of the flame jumps out and goes into a bunch of different lamps and lanterns that light up the office as he sits down. He gestures for you to sit across from him. Now, if I can ask very briefly, what is your specialty?
You know, I have a doctorate. I am Sir of the Sir family. I am here as a guest, doing a favor to an old friend, and you dare ask me what my field of study is? I am an anthropologist. Everything is my field of study.
Oh, he's taken aback for a second, but he's like, fascinating. I find your culture absolutely fascinating. You must tell me more about it sometime. I apologize for the offending, he bows. He says, you're right, I should learn
I
more
bow
before they're...
back, but like not as far, like just like a little bow.
See, in the Dr. Sir lineage, it is normal to return a bow even when you have been offended. Interesting. All right, yes. So, then maybe I should... I know it is customary to introduce something first before you get something back in most cultures, so let's try with that principle here. Take a look at my my psychology study. He's going to turn around a paper and push it towards you. I title it "The Use of Humor and Pranks as a Coping Mechanism for Neglected Children."
Um,
Epcor.
I just remembered that Ev can't read.
You just remembered that?
So Ev is gonna pick up the paper. Or I assume it's a big file. No, she's not even gonna pick it up. She's just gonna turn it like a little bit, but she doesn't really know which way is up. She's like, okay, the bigger letters go at the top. And she looks at it, taps it. Just gonna open it a little bit. Just gonna look at it. Just gonna look up at the guy whose name I forgot. Just gonna look back down and say, like, slap it shut and say, "You're very brave for doing this.
Yes,
This is brave work."
I've been called many things. Brave is a lot of them. As you know, psychologists are the bravest of scientists.
Rolls her eyes.
Rolls eyes as a sign of respect in the Sir lineage. Classic. Albius is then going to say, yes, in fact, to tell you what, if you could, you're a perfect control group. I must ask, could you pretend to be somebody who uses humor and pranks as a coping mechanism, and I try and bounce some psychologically analyzing questions off of you
Well,
as a trusted colleague?
Professor, I will indulge you, but I don't think it will work very well. You see, I am a doctor and sir of the
As I
sirs.
know. I know this is a very below your station, and you do me 1,000 favors by this, and I shall one day repay you. But for now, this study must be done. Anthropology is the lifeblood of this and every other nation.
Yeah.
As I'm sure you'll agree. Now, let's start off. How is your relation to your father?
That's like, why is the sky blue? Like, those sentences don't make sense.
My dad green.
Is the color of the sky over your home holdings different than blue, out of curiosity? Fascinating. I'll take that as a yes. Silence is a yes in their culture, and it is not blue. I might have to change my research topic after this. All right, how about this? Do you think that... I must say, your game of wits is quite formidable. I feel like I'm being checkmated even before you're speaking. What would you say is something that you would like instead of pranks as a way of showing affection?
other pranks?
I must admit, you defeat me, sir. Dr. Sir.
Doctor, sir.
He's
I
going to
do my
cast.
little bow tie thing.
He's going to be like, if you could, I could use a slight advantage here, if you would permit it.
Why don't you tell me what it is, and maybe I'll permit it.
But you must take the initiative and cast Zone of Truth around you. I can tell I'm an anthropologist, so I've made a theory that taking the initiative is complementary in your culture, so I shall. I'm an anthropologist, you see. And he's going to say, what is...
Your favorite color?
What? It's the airspeed
is-
velocity of
of
an
an African
unladen swallow.
No. He's going to
Onion
ask...
or Rhodium?
God. He's going to ask...
African
There's
or
no Africa,
European?
European. Yeah, there's no Africa or European in this world.
Okay, hold on. He's going to ask... Who's somebody that has been there for you always?
Boris shows up and I pat his head. I go, whoa, ghost dog.
Man's best friend. Perfect answer, as always. He's going to shut the zone down and say, this has been truly informative, Dr. Sir. Please take my card and call on me if you ever need another favor. This has been more information and statistics than I could take in a lifetime. I'm fascinated.
Eb takes the card and nods and goes, of course. Professor, it was wonderful for anthropology.
As you walk out the door, he's going to say, one more thing. I just want you to know that this study, I will, of course, keep you anonymous, if you so choose. But this, I think, is going to help a lot of children in this world who need it, especially after the last war when so many of them were left without full families.
Oh, yes, the children, right, of course. Yes, it will do them much good. The children. That
Always,
this was about.
remember always to also treat your own inner child, my friend. And I bid you a good night.
Eb, just and like speed walks away. Eb wants to know what other people are doing. Eb doesn't want to be alone.
We'll
Eb
say
didn't like
that Jens and Atham are having a hearty debate over the finer points of certain historical theories, shall we say. You could go to them if you'd like, or you know that Cyril and Xyn were going somewhere over like a brief jaunt away.
Oh my god, I go hang out with Cyril and Xyn. I send out a mind signal and I can tell where Xyn is. I have a Xyn radar.
Xyn, okay. I'm not gonna have you roll for that because we'll say that you canonically have the Xyn radar, and we're gonna switch over to Cyril and Xyn, who are now in the practice cages in the backyard of the cathedral in the main square, where Eb is dangerously closing in.
There's
Go ahead.
before anything, Xyn feels a slight chill running down his back.
It's like the shiver.
There's a shiver. He's like, ugh.
You know, things connecting to Xyn's mind recently have just gone very well, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly. Always. So with that, we'll go over to Xyn and Cyril. Xyn, you walk out to the practice yard where it's dark. There's some torches around lighting it, and you see Cyril contemplating the weight of a blade in his hand, with his back turned to you.
Just walk up. I feel like I'm not that quiet when I walk. Probably notices.
Xyn would
Hopefully.
rather sneak up on someone than say the first word. All
Well,
right.
Zid's just walking over. I don't know. What is he gonna say? Like, hey.
Cyril. Well, I mean, yeah, he's giving a little greeting.
I
Cyril's
don't
gonna turn
know.
around and be like, "Oh, hey, how's it going? Did your meeting with Hypatius go well?"
Yeah. You could say that. Yeah.
That's good. You can still feel there's a little bit of an air of awkwardness still after your guys' last fight, which still was pretty intense. I like how this is giving you like actual social anxiety over like.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to I
He throws you a blade and he's like, listen, I know that you're not much for words, so why don't you take a second, and I know this will help you clear your mind. And he takes like a light swing at you with the sword.
Oh, I swing back. Like a
Like a little pirouette, or not pirouette, flèche, I think is the right word.
whatever.
And you guys meet blades, and there's like a soft whine and ding of blade. And he starts another one slowly. And do you respond?
Wait, what does he say?
He's starting to swing again.
Oh. I'll block it. I don't know. I want to go. Like, Zid likes the sword fighting. This is fun.
So
you
he
immediately
swings
get
again.
to the zone.
He swings again, and you swing again in response, and slowly he picks up the pace as Xyn slowly rises to meet him, and you guys just kind of don't talk for a while as you just clang swords, and at a certain point, it's Xyn is starting to gain the upper hand a little.
Zid is getting happy. He enjoys this. You could tell by like as the pace like picks up, you can tell him that he's trying more, and he's almost like it's just very what is okay. It's like
This is
very
very
like
what for
refreshing.
him? Oh,
Like
it's very
refreshing. Like it
Okay.
reminds him of the old days, you know?
Yeah,
And this is a very simple and enjoyable thing. Fighting.
At a certain point, you can see that Cyril is slowing down, and Xyn is able to knock the blade out of his hand with the amount of force he has, as he doesn't slow down comparatively. And Cyril goes, "Whoa, I know you were always better than me at the practice cages, but I don't remember you being this good."
Damn. I think Zid's gonna like pretend to like hold the blade still up him, like not actually. He goes like, I've had a lot of practice.
What?
He's got a lot of practice. And he's like, I don't know how to react.
Cyril's like, he nods, and he says, "Well, you saved, I think, all of us a couple times down in the Underdark with your skill, so I can see that. You've had a lot of experience since the last we saw each other." It's like, do you feel better?
Yeah.
Good. He sighs a little bit, and he says, this is really fun, but I just want you to understand. I understand why you did what you did, but I still don't regret my choices either.
Xyn's going to obviously like down. Yes. And he's gonna like just sigh and shrug it off. Alright, it's
I appreciate you, saying sorry for once. That's a rare sight, he says a little jokingly. Says,
Xyn blushes immediately. 100%. The things on his face glows. He immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I'd sooner see an angel wearing a sundress. Oh wait, I guess well wait, no, was Cyril?
He wasn't.
Cyril was there
He was
too.
in
Yeah.
an evening gown.
Yes, that was. Although I did see an angel in a dress once. He says also jokingly at the theater for those who forgot.
Yeah.
And
Is it,
Eb immediately walks in.
Xyn chokes on chokes on air for a second, goes like, it's fine.
I wasn't saying it was bad or anything. You're now over the Eb, you're close enough that you can interrupt whenever.
Eb's not gonna interrupt. She's gonna sit down. She's gonna like kind of hide, but she's gonna watch this.
Are you gonna say anything in response to?
Xyn's gonna, I don't know. I think he's like, it's just like he's like a little embarrassed, but he's also, like refreshed, and kind of happy. So he's gonna kind of like almost like bark a bit, and try and be a little bit playful back. I don't know. Be like, I don't know what he's gonna say.
It's like, it's all right. Well, here, do you want to help him with a response? He's gonna yell over to the bushes.
Eb is gonna just go, no, he's got it.
Xyn, if you would. He's gonna point toward the bushes and your chain.
Xyn's gonna be
stealth behind a different bush.
I feel like we can hear the bush rustling.
I'm gonna stealthily move to a different bush.
Oh my god, no!
I rolled stealth. It's a 26. If you can find me, you can get me.
It's a big bush.
I'm overruling this as the DM right now.
No.
This is funny. This is funny. I want to try and find Eb in the bush.
Eb will pop out, but we're just gonna do it on our own terms. Eb's not coming out unless anyone tells her to. Wait, sorry. That's the complete opposite of what I said. Wait, that's not what
I was like, what?
Oh my god, are you gonna whip her out of the bush or not? Is it?
You can find me. It's a big bush.
Alright, Xyn, we're gonna say is too.
Eb is yelling. Eb is yelling from the bush. He can't. Like... It's a big bush. He can't find a big bush. But you
Xyn's gonna like go like, ugh, oh god, and he's gonna stomp over to the bush. Wherever it is. He's gonna stomp over. You have like, I don't know.
I'm not behind that bush.
And you're gonna start rummaging around trying to find her.
Yeah, well, like she went to a bush and she went away and she went. I'm gonna follow the noise of the bush movement.
All right, I'm
gonna go walk up next to Cyril. I'm just gonna go stand next to Cyril, like around, and watch Xyn look in the bushes.
Sorry, Cyril's gonna look at you. He's like, normally,
sword too.
I'm on your side, but just for tonight, for interrupting our time, our date, he says in a quiet voice. He hydroblasts you into the bushes and where Xyn is looking, but not at all stealthily. Roll perception.
I wasn't trying to interrupt. I just showed up.
Too bad. You can't always know the consequences of your actions. That's what it's all about, baby. All right, roll perception instead.
Oh god. Well, if Cyril put the ebb back into the bushes.
We're seeing if you notice him
Cyril
her
put
getting
the egg back in the
hydroblasted in.
bush.
and you
Oh,
don't
that
listen.
part.
Can I try and stealthily be hydroblasted?
No.
I rolled horribly. so I rolled.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 5.
No, Xyn does not notice that Ev gets hydroblasted into the bushes and finds her in a wet mess of brambles and branches.
He's gonna be confused why she's wet. I mean,
Gets out of the bushes, and then
Oh my
he's
gosh,
like,
Xyn, you
"Alright,
got her!
I'm gonna, I'm gonna head out." Just a SpongeBob thing. She's like, "Alright, I just Atham." She starts walking away.
no,
Atham and Yen,
he's confused why she's here.
Atham and Yen show up because you guys have to go to bed soon.
That was so. No, wait, I didn't get to do. I feel like I wasn't prepared
Atham
for all
and
of
Yen, you
it.
stumble upon this scene of chaos. What do you say?
Hello.
We're interrupting something.
Are we?
Let's yes. Let's go.
Oh,
You just immediately back out. Is that what you're saying?
Sid is just baffled. Sid is
Listen,
so
I can read
confused.
a room.
Supposed to leave.
They just
I don't-
showed up. All 3 of them.
I don't remember what Jens's wisdom was.
And I'm still dressed like a professor.
It's
Wait, does
he's-
Zin
what
know
is-
it's Eb, or does Zin know it's Eb, or does he just think it's some random professor?
No, I think he knows it's Ed because
Does
it's
he
Eb,
though?
like,
He couldn't find her
you're
in a bush.
green.
He
You're
didn't notice her
green.
getting. He didn't know. Yeah, and I'm in a bush. It's perfect camouflage.
He's seen Eb
I should have
enough.
gotten extra points for
He
that.
Oh,
I
probably
blend in.
he saw
Do I get
the
advantage for
thing.
being the
You
same color
he
as
heard your
foliage?
voice.
All right,
You
enough.
said no.
Would Zyn recognize Eb even though she has a new color on her face now?
I mean, he's seen her since the bee gods.
Yeah, but the color change only really took place today. Anyway, but I'm asking if of course Zyn would. Okay, why are you even asking?
Yeah, he would know it's Eb. He also heard her. He's dealt with this a lot. Now, the reason she's like maybe stopping wet, he might forget that Eb isn't like he'll be like a little confused why she's wet, but like maybe his mind is go, oh, I forgot. Maybe she's like me, like
So you're saying that Zyn
Sure.
forgot?
he forgot that part, but he knows it's Eb. At least that.
Okay, Eb is out in the open now. Cyril and Zyn, you guys. Cyril is trying to play up the fact that you found Eb. Jens and Atham are there now for a second at least. Jens is somebody you haven't seen in a while, and you guys have not said hi to, which is very rude, by the way. They can leave quickly if they want. That's totally within Atham and Jens, prerogative if they'd like. But I'm just saying, none of these.
Zyn is defeated. Zyn is so confused.
Why are you dressed like a professor?
I'm gonna try and escape from Zyn. Go
You
over
don't study
to.
anthropology.
Oh my god! I point to Jens and I go, "Yes, let's go talk about that." And I speed over. No, I Misty step over because I have that, so I appear over there.
Oh, hello.
And I'm like, "Let's go far to the library." And I take them both by the arms and I walk
Came
away.
from the library though. Okay.
Zin's doing what I'm doing right now. His hands, he's just like watching, and then I feel like this is his emotion, his emotional state at least, or like his state of being is like right now. For those who cannot see me, my head is in my hand. That's how I feel right now. That's how he feels. He's so confused.
Okay. Well, we're going to then everybody leaves and Cyril puts his hand on Zin's shoulder as he has his head in his hands and he's like, "It's all right. Why don't we have a few more rounds and then we should probably go to bed. We've got a big day tomorrow with the sealing ceremony."
Yeah. Need to.
He picks up an epee and throws you a saber and he's like, "On guard."
Zin smiles a bit and goes, "On guard," and then Swing.
Set slashes. And we'll zoom out with them doing their practice with each other as they kind of both have smiles on their faces and are relaxing now. We'll go over to Ebb now, walking at night with Atham and Jens toward the library. We'll assume at least. Xyn, I would have liked to have had more scenes with you, but it is almost 5:20, so you got to get out of here.
Yeah, I gotta get going. Maybe.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So,
Bye.
We'll do about 10 more minutes or so, and then we'll probably be done if that's okay with everybody. Is that okay? Okay, so Atham, Jens, and Ebb. Ebb, you haven't seen Jens in a while. It's his first time being back. And a couple
and
of
I
weeks.
was a dwarf last time.
You were a dwarf last. Well, dressed as a dwarf at least. I
But
don't
he
think
thought I was
Jens
a dwarf.
fell for that though.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm very observant. So, why are you wearing those professor's robes? I hope you didn't steal those.
Oh no, I was in the library and they looked
You know-
kind of fun.
Oh, when? You should have come and said
When?
hello. We were having a great conversation.
I
I
do
thought
the
she was
suspenders
going to.
thing. I thought you guys were talking about facts and stuff. I don't know.
We were. That's exactly what we were talking about. It was a very informative conversation about facts. Well, why are you here?
That's a really rude thing to ask, man. Like, not how are you? How have you been? I've missed you so much, Eb. What are you
I
doing?
mean, those things as well.
That's-
How are you? Are you doing all
no,
right?
it's fine. It's fine.
Have
I
I
know
seen
you
you
only care
around? I
about what
feel
I'm
like-
doing here.
You know, now that I'm looking at you, I feel like I've seen you around somewhere. Maybe on like a. Do you have a poster up? Are you into academia now? Or are you doing like speaking tours? Have I seen your poster up on a?
I just I used to be a slam poet, and
Oh!
I've got some big fans.
Oh well, this town is known for its poetry scene. Yeah, we have. Did you know that we actually have the highest number of poetry clubs per capita in the entire world? It's very impressive.
That must be why I'm so beloved here.
Well, yes, exactly. You know, right place for.
But I'm trying to. I really just came to hang out with Atham and the others, but mostly my boy Atham. And I would to lay low, so I'm trying to blend in.
Okay. Well,
Can't be mobbed by my poet fans.
I get it. The paparazzi is a nuisance, right? That makes
Yeah.
sense. Well, I suppose we can do that. We can head back to the library. If yes.
Yes,
Well,
I'm
I
a
was
lot
going to
of
say
spoken.
it's getting late. I was going to suggest dinner somewhere. I would like to check in on a friend of mine as well.
Oh, that's a great idea. I know a few taverns in town that we could go for dinner. That would be.
Well, funnily enough, he owns a restaurant, so I was going to tie that in with that.
Well, then why don't we go? Why don't we go
Hence
there?
why I brought it up.
Okay.
Yes, follow along.
You guys start walking toward the restaurant district downtown. Atham, roll me insight real quick.
Yo. Dirty 20.
You notice that Ebb seems a little nervous and on edge more than usual, but not like in a danger way, more of like a uncomfortable way, sort of, emotionally vulnerable sort of way.
Right.
Do
Okay.
with that what you will.
Yeah. Well, I'll bring it up over dinner.
You make it to the restaurant that I am pretty sure you were going for, Red Bottle, that you were here last time.
We love this
And
place.
yes, I hope that's, well, thank God it's not on recording, because then I'd be getting my lore all completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure I named it Red Bottle when we were here last. A nice kind of simplistic outside with some nice large window panes that are a bit darkened or what's the word? Tinted. And just as they're repairing a hole in the outside where there was a giant outburst of somebody getting thrown through, there is a sudden crash and boom as an even bigger hole is blown out of the front as a giant bee comes to say hello and goes right over to Eb. Whoa, girl, hold on. Oh, Atham, is that you? And you can see Artusi falls with a giant lasso, trying to control the giant bee.
Right. Okay. Good. Ooh, almost lost my cool there for a second.
You remember last-
Artusi, good. Great to see you. Yes, I do remember last time. I do now. Yeah.
Now, the bee god did not just manifest randomly. If she channeled divinity or whatever the word is for trying to meet your patron, maybe.
Oh my god, I thought it was the bee god too. I was like, fuck, I haven't written a haiku yet.
The giant bee starts to nuzzle Eb a little bit and is spreading pollen all over her face. It is now looks like she ate like a giant, more yellow Cheeto.
I
Can you
really
say it
hope
looks
you're not
like I have
allergic.
frosted tips now because all of the pollen is getting in my hair?
Sure. Archie's like, whoa, she really likes you. It must be because last time when you tamed her with your flying carpet friend.
Oh my god, I opened the canister.
And the flying carpet goes over and tries to hug the bee, but it is way too big and round, and so it just like is one little patch on it.
It's great.
That thing is terrifying in a lot of ways. Didn't it try and suffocate like people before?
Nah, carpet's all good.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, it's it's getting a little warm out right now. It's good to have a little night air in the place. Why don't you guys come sit down? I got your favorite table as always.
Perfect.
He leads you in the back. I can tell how much the bee god has nearly upset Cameron.
You know,
Hmm.
I once brought a friend here who had a mild pollen allergy. Yeah, he died.
Yes, we do put it out on the front that we do have kind of unstable magic around, so it's enter it at your own risk. New Xanter, apparently that's not a big deal, which is kind of why I love doing business with you. The regulations are below the floor in
Oh.
terms of the bar.
The best kind of regulations.
That's what I'm saying. I like this guy. Is that a sepulchral swamp accent I detect?
Oh, yes, you are a cultured man.
If you remember, there was I believe your people call it a different name.
Yes, but I don't have that written down right now. But
Oh, it's okay. Well, we were going to have it where sepulchral swamp was going to be the more microaggression term for it, and that it was another name by the natives. But
oh,
we'll
don't
leave it
worry,
there.
I'm very tolerant of.
Oh
people
no,
saying-
he's been naturalized.
Yes, he's gone not native, I guess. Now that he's
I've been working in academia for years. What I deal with this all the time.
so Artusi leads you. He's like, I got a cocktail just for you, and sits you guys down. And he's like, let me grab everybody a drink. Oh, your milk friend, the guy who didn't like milk, he's not here with you. Is everything all right? I know we got separated pretty in bad terms last time during the underground tunnels, but I figured if you had Atham with you, you guys were all going to be fine.
He's otherwise engaged tonight.
Gotcha. No worries. And he disappears into the kitchen to grab some stuff. So you guys sit down. It's a nice, quiet evening. It's a weeknight. Everybody's kind of resting up because there's the big sealing ceremony festival, so it's not a big outing night. Yeah. Anything you guys? It's been a while since you've all sat down and talked with each other. Is there anything you wanted to say?
Something on your mind, Eb?
Yes, you look pretty taken with a few things. More wine?
Yes,
No.
God.
No.
Jens puts
And somehow is already
Jens
drinking out of a
puts cups
bottle.
Listen, you fucks. I got Atham to think about his emotions. I got, or think about others' emotions, I should say. I got Xyn to realize his feelings for somebody else. I'm gonna get you to be emotionally vulnerable, you fuck. All right, I'll get you one of these days. But yeah, continue. Yes, more wine.
Shall I tell you about the paper I was writing on emotional vulnerability?
I thought you were an archaeologist.
I am an archaeologist. That was just a coy joke. But in all seriousness, have you perhaps heard of this ancient civilization that I have discovered? Atham and I were discussing it. It's quite an achievement. We'll have to go and check out the ruins someday. I'm sure you would all enjoy it. The archaeological expedition. Yes.
Yes.
Wouldn't you agree, Atham? Yes.
Uh,
You seem to enjoy the last dig site, the one that we met at. That seemed to be an engaging environment. No, more wine.
Yeah. There was all the Parika, and there were the Dwarven brothers. Oh, I miss the Dwarven brothers. We got to jump off a cliff.
Yes, it was all very dramatic.
Oh, that was one of my favorite things. I'm sad we don't have that on him falling off the cliff and landing on Garfell.
Yeah.
What's his name? Artusi's going to come back out with cocktails for each of you. He's going to call this. I call this the Blue Moss. It's got a swamp spirit, moss from your original ice moss from the Spokal swamps, and a little bit of fine liquor mixed with an enchantment. And he hands it. It's in a blue shaker glass or tumbler glass. Sorry. It is a dark blue, and it's got an icy white and blue moss kind of garnishing the side, kind of like on the lip, balancing. Hands that over to Jens. It's like, oh yeah, I got word from the Golden Pony that you were safe and sound, so I figured I'd get you one of their drinks, which he hands you the Fiery Pony, as it's called, which is a twist on the Golden Pony, a famous cocktail from the Golden Pony. Hands it over to Atham. You can see that it's garnished with a wild fire spirit, and you can see that there is a little like fire horse running around the lip of the glass. Some fireball runes, smoked whiskey, and an ice cube. And then he hands over, and for the little lady, he hands over a Kobold Special, which is it's got some Lazarus, Dragon's Breath, and a little bit of a liquor called Vampire's, which it kind of all is like shining and shimmering in the glass, and it constantly is changing colors. And he's like, and for the bee friend also helped contribute, and he puts a little special black honeycomb on the side, kind of as that scar. Magic honey. It's the best thing to go with a hard drink like that. All right, well, I'll let you guys talk it out. I'll come back to discuss the important matters after you've had a couple, things to eat and relax a bit. Atham, I know you've had a hard journey, I'm sure.
Jens
Correct.
downs the cocktail.
Atham
You-
silly snips at his.
Is it good?
It's good. It tastes very good. It tastes like
Not authentic though, right? Like
no,
definitely not authentic flavors there.
it's
Not from-
like
not from my
it's that thing where it's like that somebody has done something technically well, like in a technical manner, very well. He's a very professional chef, and in fact, in an objective way, maybe better or as good, but it doesn't have the same quirks as that family recipe you've been eating all your life. That's not quite the same, even though that's
always better at a homebrew.
always better at a homebrew.
Always better at a home.
You get covered in the ice moss, and it tastes clear and clean and kind of minty, almost that minty burn, but of a more herbal and spicy note. And your entire body gets covered in ice moss for a brief bit, and you completely cool down, and it feels like you've had an icy hot on all your muscles.
Very nice.
And you just relax for a little bit as you feel your temperature drop, but it doesn't bother you. Atham, you sip it, and on your breath, as you breathe out, you have a little bit of a flame, and the horse runs up all and down your arm as it gets its energy. Crick does a little show for you over the knuckles. It rears and neighs in a very tiny flame voice as you sip. And then, Ab, I don't know what you do if you're drinking.
Eb watches this, gets really excited, and downs her drink.
You drink like a logrin.
Yeah.
You start to change colors, and you become a rainbow of like patches. You look kind of like a chameleon, but if a chameleon chose
impressive.
to have it, yeah, like a little splotch here and there of every color.
Awesome. Eb is looking at her hands.
It's
Awesome.
very fancy cocktails. I love this place. This is such an excellent restaurant.
Artusi is a master of the craft.
For sure.
Artusi is a world famous chef kind of adventurer. So you all would probably know about him, yeah. I guess, is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about while you had time?
I mean, I tried.
No, I got you. No, I got you. I will mention that roll me a history and perception check, Eb and Jens.
Okay, I don't know what I'm adding to.
That's fine. You can just use base, and I'll be easier on you.
Well, history for Jens has got to be pretty good.
Yeah,
okay, I rolled a 12 for my history, and then what was the other one?
Insight.
Of which I rolled a 9.
Okay, so I'm going to be easier on your rolls, and then I'll see what Eb got.
I got a 7 for history and then a 12 for insight.
Okay. 7 for you said 7 for history?
Oh, 7 for history and 13 for insight.
Insight, okay. So as you were leaving the office for the professor, you noticed that there was an owl outside that made its home. There's many other avian familiars running around grabbing books and scrolls for their masters. Some were lizards, along with just general spirits that were made to help. And you can see that the owl looked sad as you left. And that's about all we'll say for that. Jens.
Wait. Eb goes into her pocket because she definitely has food there, pulls something out, and kind of drops it, but like kind of places it while clearly like side-eyeing the owl.
The owl will say it goes down and starts eating it voraciously and seems to forget its sadness for a second. And then as soon as the food is gone, it goes back to looking contemplative and sad, and just kind of like looks off in the distance, like it just got back from the war or something like that. And then it will fly away. This was in the past too, but we can say that you did. For Jens, your history, for Ab, your history wasn't enough that you might understand what was happening. But if you remember, you were talking about family during the meeting.
Yeah.
Jens, as you were walking by, there's a little bit of a waterway toward the restaurant, and you thought that you saw a ship that looked surprisingly familiar, like it was another person from your culture, but those don't usually make it out this way very often.
But that was just something I thought. I didn't actually see that, right? It's like, trick of the eye, so to speak.
Maybe, but you remember something about the name Bow Breaker or something like that? It kind of pops up into your head again, a memory from a long time ago. You can't quite put your finger on.
Okay.
And with that, we'll probably zoom out of the clouds as Artusi is working on his masterpiece in the kitchen to feed all of you guys. And we'll end it here for today because I assume that Reese has got to go to bed soon. And I don't know when. She said she's not going to be back for like another hour, so that's not going to be possible to continue. But yeah, I mean, we didn't we didn't get through exactly what I thought we would, but I think we got a lot of good stuff done. Let me check something while I can. We vote for a winner last time. No, we didn't. Eb, do you need to vote for last week's one?
Did I not? Oh no. No, I voted for Milk is Traumatic. I'm the soap dispenser.
Mm,
Wait,
that's correct.
Oh wait, I can't. That's weird. I can't see it for some reason. Like it's
Oh.
literally absent from my thing.
I can see it.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then that's then that will be the two winners for last week. Was you popped into Zin's head, winky face, and Milk was too traumatic. So Eb, if you could just edit winner to that, then we'll be good. And then we also have to vote for this week's, and then we can all go.
Well,
I would also like to add, I can't believe you guys catfished me because I was really excited to talk about anthropology.
What do you
And then
mean,
it was
catfish?
therapy. You catfished me and it was therapy.
I am trying here. I am trying.
How dare you?
How much
going
would
to
Eb realistically know about anthropology, though?
Okay, but is that important to her character? I could talk about it.
Fair.
It's fine. She could randomly be a whiz at anthropology. Like, who's to say?
True. Eb is very well traveled for a 15-year-old.
I am trying hard. Why do you think I had to be the anthropology department for that Eb was
I
in?
know. I knew it was a trap. I knew it was a trap, but I wanted it to be. It was too good to be true.
Why are you so afraid to open up Eb?
I didn't realize it's what you were trying to do. I thought this psychologist was evil because it was something I couldn't say no to, and you would know that, and that's why you would make it someone who would be evil. And so I was like, oh damn, like Eb can't let her guard down.
You guys don't even give a shit about getting caught most of the time. You're like, oh, that's evil or dangerous. Let's go. Oh wait, that has to do with emotions.
Yeah,
I'm out.
but I was
can't
alone.
go. I can't risk it.
Eb can't open up because then all her organs would fall out.
Oh, shut up. Did you have fun at least, Jens?
I did, yes.
Yes. Well, if you enjoy talking about anthropology through the characters, I have included a lot of the anthropological shit for that very reason, but then you don't have Eb do anything with it. Well, I mean, you kind of do,
Because
but
I enjoy it. It's fun.
It's fun for you to be like, oh man, he's included all this for me.
I'm like, oh yeah, I noticed that. I like to notice it.
Oh, so just
Sometimes
the
it doesn't
noticing.
go with the flow, man. But today, you handed it to me on a silver platter.
It's too easy. So you don't trust
it? It was too easy. I didn't trust it. It was too easy. It had to be a trap, and it was therapy. You trapped my character in therapy. How dare you?
Hey, well, it was hard too. You did a good job of getting out of it. I couldn't really ask any deep, meaningful questions because we didn't get anywhere in it. But I would have done it longer if I had time. I would have done every scene longer if we had time, but we had to get through stuff. And even then, I didn't get as far as I thought we would, which is fine. We just need an actual... As long as I can get 2 hours out of, next session, if possible, then I can get through everything I need to get through, but we'll see how that works. But I think
I didn't realize for today, because I didn't realize people were doing different times.
Well, no, that's not really what happened. It's more just some people, I was hoping that everybody could be here at 4:30, and that's originally what everybody was able to do, but then a couple things got in the way, and then it just got weird. And also, I didn't realize that the time had changed back for you, so I apologize about that. But yeah, did everybody vote for quote of the?
Oh, we're voting. We're not.
Well, we only have
yeah,
two things, but
Yeah.
still, it's important.
Huh, I'm gonna crush those.
Well, I think that's
Haiku for the
default.
Vagon's winner.
I guess so.
Let's not kid ourselves.
Oh my god,
I
that was
hate
cool.
that so much. I hate that so much. That is obnoxious.
No, it's the best thing ever. The little beaker.
It's ugh.
Net hyper death.
I don't want to draw attention to myself. That's how I get crusaded.
These are so fun.
I guess we know which one wins either way, but I thought that we should get a couple more.
Well, I'm gonna actually.
It was a trap.
Yeah, I got him on vote for that.
I'm gonna also put.
well.
I mean, yeah, I did. That's...
It was a trap. Therapy is also a very good one.
It's contender, I won't lie.
Oh, we're still recording, by the way.
That's fine. I'll kick it out.